on live. Sorry.
3. What?
What?
Go.
Go where?
We're live.
Straight to hell if you don't change the link.
Intro!
Oh, wait, if we're live, then that can mean that it's.
Oh! It's
Wow,
motherfucking Monday night!
Nope, still
your
muted. Nope.
mic is broken, Noah. Like your mic is broken.
I don't think it is.
Oh, there you go.
Live on Degenerates with Dice, the Monday Night RPG talk show. God, no. That's how explosive this shit is.
I
The
like
hype
the
is so
energy.
real,
I like
the
the
mics
energy.
get broken. Well, with that pathetic intro that I have now wasted for a later date, we got Jen,
Hello.
we got Joe,
What's happening?
we got Kristen,
Hello.
and everybody's favorite internet dumbass, the guy who broke his mic, me. I'm gonna go turn around now. Just exile myself from the conversation here
Would
for a
you?
minute.
You're
So-
ostracized from this point forward.
So we got a few things up for today. We have a question from Maddie asking about what kind of character she should play for her next campaign because she chose a ranger last campaign. Rule number 1 of D&D is play ranger.
Oh,
Uh,
no. That's what I
Play a
have
bard.
picked up when I start mine. It's a halfling
Hashtag
ranger.
Bard gang, best gang.
Bard life.
Bard gang,
I
best
did not
gang.
choose the Bard life. The Bard life chose me. We'll get into that in a second.
What are you saying that I need a cover up?
Yep.
Dude, if you don't put a big red X on it and just put like Bard underneath it, like in like scribbles,
That'd be the
bad.
most Bard thing you could possibly.
right?
We're gonna be talking about all of the price hikes in gaming right now because right now everything's expensive, especially Magic 30. I'm looking at you, Noah. I'm not sure if you bought anything yet or not, but you're god, that shit's expensive, and I don't even think it's tournament legal. And also Warhammer has also gone up in price, and D&D
Oh,
has
wait,
gone
are
up
we
in
talking
price.
about Magic 30 or are we talking about Lord of the Rings and Commander Masters?
All of it? They're all three of
Okay,
them went up
because
in price.
it's ridiculous.
And they all came out within like months of each other, which is weird.
Mm,
We'll get
yeah,
into
no,
that in a
it's-
second. But
yeah.
like, so
Sure.
I got a bitch right about all of this stuff. But and then we're talking about conspiracy theories in gaming because Kristen brought that up last time. So we're talking about that. So yeah,
I
that's
did
kind of
zero
our show for
research.
today.
You're great.
It's fine. We're just gonna. That's the whole point of conspiracy theories.
What
You
else
don't
is
do real
new?
research. Hey, educateyourself.org, guys. Colonial Silver works. So I guess let's get started. Should we read the letter first, or should we talk about price hikes?
Gaming wins first.
Oh yes, gaming wins. All right, yeah. We do have a format, guys. I just have ADHD and forget the format every single.
We all have the ADHD.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not an
Some of us
excuse.
are undiagnosed.
Yeah,
Refuse to be tested.
yeah. Self-diagnosis is
Same.
fine. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you have autism, it just kind of comes with the territory.
Yeah, that's how I finally decided, like, I don't need somebody to tell me because the kids tried to make me take that autism test. And I got through the first sample question. I was like, fuck this test. I ain't taking this stupid piece of shit.
That's autism right there.
As somebody who does not test, I was like, no,
Yeah.
I feel fucking attacked. Do you have certain textures that make you feel comfortable and at home? I was like, oh.
Yes. Yes.
Damn it.
I could
I
go
do feel attacked in that one because I have a purple blanket.
Right?
Like, everyone's on a spectrum. Everyone's on the spectrum. It's just like how far. But yeah, like I said, I told you guys before, they will never know if I really have autism or not because of all my other shit, which is I'm pretty sure I have autism. Just based on my
Mine's
book
not-
collection alone. But
My ADHD is not spicy. It's just ADHD.
that's good.
Coward.
That's good.
Listen, autism is
So-
crime.
Hey, it's Fey Touch now. It's
It is Fey
2023.
touched. It's
Oh, that's
2023,
true,
Fey
yes.
touched.
Captain
My
Tommy
bad.
Two-tisms.
Motherfucker.
So,
You married a Fey, son. You got autism twice.
hey, that's how it works. So I guess yeah, gaming wins. I'll do
Yeah.
mine since mine is quick. Noah has a pretty epic one because he called me after it because like he fucked over somebody so badly that pretty amazing. Did you
Can't
record
wait.
that by the way?
Yeah, it's on my channel.
All right, yeah, you should
Oh, we
probably.
have to watch
Yeah,
your channel. Gross.
It's like
It's
the
worth
last.
it. Worth it.
Yeah, I'll get
Well,
to it.
I also saw the bitching afterwards. Probably the best part because he actually came to your channel and cried.
Oh my god. All right, I can't fucking
Followed
wait. All right.
too. Followed too.
Oh, did he? Just so he's that scared. He wants to watch your stream when you go on. Okay, like we'll get to that. But so he's probably watching this right now, actually.
Good. I hope you are.
Hi,
You little
James.
chicken shit piece of shit.
So mine was we had a really awesome time playing AD&D. We finished our adventure, got a bunch of gold, leveled up. I now get 2 attacks, which is nice because AD&D that's a big deal. Um, yeah, my friend Gretchen is now running her first game tonight.
Oh, I love it.
So
Welcome to that side of the table.
Yeah, so
Jen, where you
we're-
at?
she's doing 5th edition. I told her that when she's not doing that, I want to play. I can't really play obviously because we have the podcast and all. Eventually I'll play one of the games. And also I have a date for my game coming up, which is starting on the 31st for Savage Rifts. Hopefully I'll
Very
have a date
cool.
for West after that. So yeah, I also got
Badass.
a ton of books in. So, Kristen, do you want to go?
Yeah, I guess since Noah fucking exited stage left over there.
Yeah.
My gaming win actually just happened, and it has nothing to do with the game, because y'all know that my week has been really shitty. So, I was picking up my groceries curbside, and the kid that was doing them, like, put in my car, he's like, "How's your day going?" I was like, "It's kind of shitty, but you know, it's a day, whatever." And he's like, "Hey, aren't you the lady that runs my sister's table at school?" I said, "I am. Who are you?" Or who's your sister? And he told me. I was like, "Oh, tell her I said hi, whatever." And then he's like, "I've been like, I want to tell you something." Okay, what's up, man? And he's like, "All my friends that play D&D with me are history buffs, so I am going to create my own campaign where they're like in this tavern, and whenever they open the door, they're in like historic battles.
Ooh.
Like they walk into like Normandy or the Siege of Paris, or whatever." And he's like, "In whatever class they are, they'll get those kind of abilities as humans when they walk into this world." And he goes, "And then when they come back to the tavern for the long rests, they'll try to tell people about it, and the people will be like, I don't know what you're talking about."
And they would never run.
No,
I
and then
will
so
say this though: there's nobody at D&D who would survive the beaches of Normandy. There's
I
no
agree.
class of D&D that would ever survive the beach.
but it'd be
I
fun
don't
to
think
try.
a dragon could survive the beaches of.
Agreed. But then he's like, "Well, and then after they go
Yeah,
to the,
necromancer could. Yeah.
he goes, after they rest at the tavern, when they get ready to leave the tavern to go do something else, they're in the, like the next battle."
Okay.
And I was like, "That's amazing." And
Yeah,
the
that's
fact that like
quite
this kid, he's seen me maybe a handful of times, is comfortable just like telling me this whole thing. We talked for like 15 minutes about it, and I was like, "Can I tell my people on my podcast about this?" And he's like, "Yeah," but it was pretty legit. Like it made me feel really good that this kid's so into this and that he's got all this plans. So yeah,
That's
that was
a
my gaming
great.
win.
That's a great idea. I love
confident.
that.
So that made me
You
happy.
have helped bring him to the screen side.
Yes. No, what you
Jim,
got?
do you want to go?
I want
Oh, Jen?
everybody to tell me how proud of me they are for holding back that joke that I wanted to crack real bad.
You mentioned it now, so
Might as well say
we're
it.
we're just a little proud of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
My gaming win is super minor. It is I reached rank 100 on 76.
Hell yeah, you did.
Triple digits.
So now I'm sitting at, I think when I logged out last night, I was at 108.
Very nice. Very nice.
So
I'm at the big
Just-
fat 0 on the scoreboard. So
Unfortunately, I haven't. It's always nice to be around someone who's in triple digits and watch them just great stuff. It's pretty cool. I'm just there, just like, all right, hi guys.
oh no, level wise, no level.
she's over 1,000.
No,
You're
my
not?
I alternate. It was rank 100 on
Oh,
the
you're
scoreboard
at
this
rank
season.
100. Oh,
Mhm.
Yeah, on the
snap,
scoreboard.
wow.
And as far as levels go, I run a full health shotgun build and a bloodied heavy weapons build, and they are both in the 680s right now. I
Mm.
think they're both 688 or 689, and I just alternate between them.
I
My
can't
long
do
range
bloody.
And I-
level
Bloody
5.
stresses me out.
I hate bloodied. I'm like, I must
is
be
good.
full health at all times.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, there's
Then
definitely a
Burger
lot
not
more
great.
cussing when I play the bloody character. There's a lot
Yeah,
more
no.
cussing, but there's a lot more level ups.
Yeah, but I couldn't toggle my brain between full health and bloodied. Like I'd be like, oh, I
Yeah.
don't need this. Oh shit.
It's like you don't really get hurt that much in Bloodied because you're so tough, but you deal so much damage and it just like hates everything.
Yeah, but don't
You're a
stand next to a
glass
radiation
cannon.
barrel.
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
Uh,
like, and heaven forbid somebody has like rad sponge on their on your team.
Yeah. Well, the stim pack diffusers are my lifesavers because
oh yeah,
it looks like a cloud fart, so I can heal my teammates too. But it also gives me that health without having to take that pause and stab action of using the regular stim packs or
You
stim
know,
pack
if we were
diluted.
same platform, I have a ton of those I could give you because I don't ever use them.
No PC, but because you're a PlayStation, right?
Mm.
I have it on the PlayStation that I don't play. My husband has it on the PlayStation that I don't play, but if I do play the PlayStation, I will definitely make sure
Yeah,
because he's got 76 on there with
yeah.
his PlayStation
Hit,
account.
hit me up and I'll hook you up. I got you. I'm almost 500, so I got you.
And you'll drop some vintage Nuka Shine, I'm sure.
70.
No, not for maybe for you. There's a stash box at the vault now, so you
Yeah,
can just put it
yeah.
in there.
I cannot wait.
We're
Just
evil people.
completely confused. Level 1. But they'll
That's
get
my
something
favorite.
good in it too. They'll get like a 3-star weapon. Actually useful.
That they can't carry because they're level 2.
Oh yeah, it's true. Have any carry weight.
They can't even pick it up.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I'll give them something that they can use. I'll give them something nice.
Pork and beans. Kill yourself.
Yeah. I mean, they need pork and beans. They need that stuff. Like, have you seen
Get
them?
good, Dad.
They just die from rat roaches. They're like Eddie. Like
Right?
they just die. So... All right.
Oh
So
my
sorry,
god.
Noah.
Oh, that's amazing. Noah, what did you win?
So it's not tabletop related in any way, shape, or form, but it is technically a gaming win. So I play some Sea of Thieves that have been known to. And now that I got my fiber connection here at the house, it's a lot easier to stream. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take this weekend and I'm going to do some serious streaming. So me and friend of the show, Matt, were up early in the morning, fucking about and finding out and having fun, and pulled into port after doing an Athena voyage, loaded down with the booty, ready to sell and make that money. And Matt's game took a shit. Still don't know why, right? So,
Hell they are.
PC Master Race problems. It's either the best or, sometimes shoestring and a couple of cans works better connection.
Fuck you, that's why.
Yeah, pretty much. So I was like, well, I said, just here, I'll hop aboard, I'll sell everything off, and then that way you still get the credit, and then you can just restart your game, and we'll go from there. He's like, okay, cool, do it, sell, get the rep, get the gold, everything's great. So he restarts his game, says, hey, he joined your crew, and sat there for like, I'm gonna say a good solid 10 minutes, and never showed up in the game. And then it was like left. And so he's like, let me restart my computer. I'm like, okay. Just did that. Jump back in Discord. Discord works fine, but Sea of Thieves was not cooperating for some
Sea of
reason.
Thieves made by Microsoft?
Yeah.
I think that's part of the issue.
But so he's on there and he was like, you know what? Getting frustrated, so I'm just gonna try again later. I was like, no problem. I'll just go fuck around by myself for a little bit, right? So go decide that I'm gonna start doing my thing by myself, right? On stream. We'd already been on for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, so we had some fun content on stream. I go to check my map and see that there are 2 Reaper level 5 ships heading directly for me. So I decide now's the time to run away. because couldn't tell what kind of ships they were. I was just on a little sloop by myself. It's a 2-man ship, and I'm crewing it by
Hold on.
myself.
One
Uh-huh.
thing, in my mind, I feel like Party in the USA is playing like at double speed in your head. That's all that's going on.
Like all the time.
Okay, just
But it's not
just
Party in
checking
the
in.
USA. It's that Electric Callboy song that I sent you in Messenger that
Oh,
day.
nice.
Yeah.
For it. Okay, sorry, continue. I was trying to get the full vibe. Oh fuck, I screwed him up. I'm sorry.
Anyway, sorry. Okay, where was that? Oh yeah.
broke
So
him.
by myself on a little 2-man ship, crewing, sailing, shooting. Right? Not fun. So I'm like, gotta go. So I take off running. They stop, and on the map, the ships are like this, like sitting next to each other with bows pointed opposite directions. I'm like, oh, they have engaged each other in mutual combat. They are no longer after me. So I go off and I grab a bounty chest and I go to sell it. And as I'm selling it at the Reaper's hideout, I see their 2 ships far off in the distance, sitting above a little coral cove thing. And I was like, I came here to do hood rat shenanigan fun. Let's go do some hood rat shenanigan fun. So I took the gunpowder keg out of the mast of my ship, which, by the way, if you play Sea of Thieves, don't carry kegs up in the mast because somebody like me is going to shoot it and blow it up. But I'm here for hood rat shit. So anyway,
You are hood rat shit.
so I take said keg. I park and hide my boat behind a rock. Sails up, anchor up. It could float away, but that's a choice I was willing to make, right? I swam 4 squares on the map, and it's like a 26 by 26. So I swam like a good distance, right? Just holding this keg at absolute turtle fucking pace, just slow, because you don't move fast when you're carrying shit. So I get close, takes me like 10 minutes to swim over there. Fucking pissed off about it. But anyway, so I get up, and the whole time I'm like, I can't believe I'm about to keg both these idiots at the same time. This is glorious. This is going to be like the best thing ever, because both ships are loaded down with loot. So I'm like, this is going to be great. I'm going to keg them, blow them up, mermaid back to my ship, come over, steal all the shit. Welcome to Sea of Thieves, bitch. Right? So as I'm getting to the first ship, I notice that both of them are on the same ship, jumping up and down, talking to each other and not paying attention to me. So I'm like, oh, this is even better. As I get up real close, I hear, hold on, dude. I swear to God, I hear somebody underneath us because they had their proximity chat on. Also, turn that off. That's not a good idea.
Yeah, that's.
So I'm like, oh shit, chat, here goes. This is the end. I did all this for nothing. I'm going to get blown up holding onto my own keg. This is great. So I decide to drop the keg, let it sink down, and abandon that plan. I swim underneath the first ship, get up onto the second ship. This guy meets me at the ladder, and he's like, what are you doing, dude? And I was like, oh, so there is people over here. He's like, yeah, what are you doing? I was like, oh, well, like, I don't have any friends, and I'm just like really bored, and I'm just trying to play the game, man. So I saw your ships, and he's like, where'd you swim from? I was like, Reaper's hideout. He's like, that's a long way away. I was like, yeah, but I didn't want you guys to sink me when I rolled up, so I figured I'd just swim. It'd be safer. He's like, oh, yeah, bring your ship over, alliance up with us, bro. It'll be fun. I was like, okay. So now I'm thinking to myself, this is Sea of Thieves, never alliance with anybody because they're always going to turn on you. Why not?
I think the rule for the online video games is don't alliance with anyone that you can't punch in the face physically. You alliance with people that you know in real life that you can go to their house and kick the shit out of them. But like people on the internet, no.
So I was like, fuck it, Bard Gang. So I went, rolled back to my ship, sailed up, joined their alliance. As I joined the alliance, some poor guy crewing a 4-person ship by himself happens to roll into cannon distance. And these guys are like, oh, let's just sink him. I'm like, oh, man, leave him alone, man. He's not doing anything. He's by himself on a big-ass ship. His friends probably all left him or something. He's like, fuck it, sink him. All right, fuck it, sink him. So we sink this guy. Then we start trolling him. And we are hunting him down. The 3 ships versus 1. It's very toxic, but, you know, it was content.
It sounds a lot like Apex. All right. keep going.
Yeah, it's kind of worse than Apex. I'm not gonna
Mm.
lie. So we hunt this guy
Fantastic.
down. We spent 45 minutes to an hour just absolutely fucking with this guy, right? So then they're like, okay, we've done that. We've had our fun. Let's go do a bunch of Fort of the Damned World events. So I'm like, okay, this sounds fun. It's about that time. Uh, Matt's daughter mentions in chat, hey, if you've got an extra spot on that boat, I'm not doing anything for like an hour and a half. And I was like, okay, I have a plan. Turned on my push to talk so that it was just me and her in Discord, right? I'm like, okay, here's the deal. We're going to go do this world event and we're going to stack it, which means we're just going to constantly restart it, right? And just sell for maximum profit at the end. So I said, so we're going to stack this thing like 4 or 5 times. I said, while I'm up on the boat, I'm going to tell them that you don't have a microphone and can only do text chat. She's like, okay. I said, but I want you to take our storage crate that we have on board. And as I'm up there keeping them busy, I want you to steal every single fucking cannonball on their ship.
Jesus Christ.
She's like, what? I said, take the crate, empty every barrel, empty every crate, empty everything you can get your hands on. She goes, are we going to steal everything and run away? I said, yes. And then they won't be able to sink us because they won't have anything to shoot at us with. So I'm doing this event for the better part of an hour, and she finally says, okay, they're empty. I went, they're empty? They're empty. I was like, okay, cool. So we finished the last event, and they go, oh, we don't have any more Skulls of Destiny. We need somebody to go back to port and get some. I was like, oh, I'll do it. And they're like, yeah? I was like, yeah, no, I'll do it. I'll go get them. I said, we've got one left, right? They're like, yeah. I said,
There's
okay.
Matt. What's up,
I was
Matt?
like,
Hey, Matt.
I was
Hi,
like,
Matt.
you guys do this, and then we're gonna go back to port, and then we'll get the voyages, and we'll bring them back, and we'll all stack voyages again. And they go, oh, do you mind doing them and just bringing the skulls over here? I was like,
Whatever.
yeah, we can totally do that. Yeah. He's like, oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. That's awesome.
They're the things
So
you're
I
there, bitch, the whole time.
click out a push to talk again, and I tell her, I say, okay, you go down there, turn the boat on the right towards our harpoon. I'm going to turn the boat on the left towards our harpoon. And then as soon as I say go, hop on that harpoon and just steal everything off the ship. She goes, okay, great. So as she's doing this, she says to me, so are we really about to just go do these guys bidding for no fucking reason whatsoever? I slipped up and hit my push to talk button
Oh,
and
damn
said
it.
the words, yeah, but not until we steal all their shit and sell it at Reaper's Hideout before we log off. She says, you just said that in game chat, dumbass. I went, test, shit. Clicked it off, right? And then I hear, wait, Hawk, are you saying something? I was like, no, it's all good. I accidentally ran into your ship when we were leaving, so I was patching it up. He's like, oh, okay. Because that's the only thing I could think of, right? So I'm
What
like,
the
fuck.
fuck?
I'm like, hurry up. Get the shit on the boat. She's like, okay, we're good. I said, okay, drop the sails and leave. As soon as we start to pull off, you hear the most honest but concerned voice go, wait, how come there's no loot on our boats? Oh my God, Hawk stole the loot. And they came chasing after us.
Oh, dear.
And because it was 2 boats, they were able to ram us from both sides because they had the wind.
As one does.
Apparently we forgot a keg. So we got sank. And then we went back to go do some sneaky shit and try to get everything back, but it didn't work.
Trying to
And,
steal what you rightfully stole already.
Yeah, well, because listen, in Sea of Thieves, it's not your loot until you sell it. Okay, that's just how it works. It's Sea of Thieves, not Sea of Best
Yeah.
Friends. Deal with it, right? I've come to accept it. It's fine. But so yes. Long
Yeah,
story
that's
short,
not rare.
after my 4-hour alliance adventure that I knew I was going to break at some point, it did not work out, but it was definitely the most fun because just being able to pull off the steal in the first place was amazing. And then having these 2 guys in my DMs and then on my Twitch channel
Do they
Uh,
subscribe? Hopefully they're on here right now
bitching,
watching.
bitching and moaning about my actions on the Sea of Thieves was just absolutely incredible. One of them told me that I needed to get a life and nobody loved me, so I told him, I said, yeah, I've heard a lot of orphans talk like that before. Um, he reported me.
Oh,
What does his username have? Don't give the full username.
I will DM it to you later.
Okay, because I'm just wondering because I can see
I
who's
hope
like
he's on here.
who's watching us right now. I just want. We'll
It is
probably
not
chime
in there. It's not in there. Yeah, I'm looking. I can see it. But yeah, no, it was a win only because it was on stream and it was shenanigans, which that's what I wanted, and so yeah. So
That's how you
Hey,
found best
sounds
nut.
like a win to me.
Yeah.
Pirate's life for me.
I like pirates.
yo ho, a pirate's life for me. Anyway,
So
I'll be a
what should we
pirate
do
when I grow up.
next? Should we bitch about Magic the Gathering or should we
yes,
answer Maddie's question?
let's do that.
Maddie's question first because Magic the Gathering will take longer.
But I gotta go in a little bit, and I need
Okay,
to chime
fine.
in on Magic the Gathering.
Fine.
All right, so let's get into it. So right now, gaming is getting really expensive. D&D books are now 60 just for the book and 70 if you want the digital stuff with it. They do not sell PDFs with their books, I might add. I know Matt's in the chat. He has opinions about this as well. Magic 30 is ungodly expensive. Lord of the Rings was ungodly expensive. Commander was ungodly expensive. Warhammer figurines now are worth more their weight than silver is. So like a pound of Warhammer silver figurines is worth more than a pound of silver. Put that into perspective. So just to I just wanted to bring that up. I think everyone's kind of getting screwed here because especially with Magic. I mean, I saw some of those Commander decks go up to $100 for a starter deck, and I just want to say, it's cardboard. It's cardboard. I don't care what you print on it. It's cardboard. And I just think that and with the Warhammer minis, it's plastic. You know what I mean? They don't even make them out of metal anymore. Plastic. Like, why are you screwing us over like this? And I get that they're trying to fight commodification because, well, anybody can make proxies, but it's not a luxury product like they want you to think that it is. You know what I mean? Neither is D&D. D&D is, you know, for the people, or at least I thought that it used to be. It used to be very accessible. Now you're asking like an average person have $60 in their pocket for this book. During a recession, even though no one wants to say it's a recession. Oh yeah, Jace.
Depression, you mean?
Yeah.
It's a
You know what I
full-blown
mean? It's like,
depression,
we're just
bro.
gonna raise prices. And also when you look at the competition, like all of their competition has much more reasonable prices than I'm pretty sure they own their own printing presses. So they have the cheapest prices to make their books, and they use cheap materials. I just want to put that. Also, as a side note, I used to play Magic way back in the day. The cards were way higher quality back then. The cards are coming out janked these days, and it's like it's just not. It's just like you're getting less bang for your buck. That's all I'm saying. Also, they're releasing things at such a high rate. You used to get 3 boxes per year, and now it's just like 3 boxes per month. It feels. Noah, if you want to,
I'm
oh
trying
yeah,
to
look at it. Look at it. Yeah, it's
to your
bit.
card
It's bit.
quality. Now
it's
this
bit.
is straight up out of the
Out
fucking
of pack.
box, out of pack, nothing, and you can absolutely tell that it's bent. And if you get foils, they are guaranteed to be
Need to be
bent,
bent.
100%. Like,
And the
I
corners.
paid,
Sometimes the corners are fuzzy.
like I paid fucking $48 for this damn thing.
Yeah.
On purpose?
And it's, huh?
On purpose?
Well, yeah, cause see, it just goes to my kink list, right? Cause they put mommy in the card name, right? So
Fantastic.
yeah, this
Kink for
actually
Magic.
the name of this deck, even though it says "Don't be salty" on the box, and it says mono white salt deck, I call this deck "Mommy Issues," because it has every version of Alesh Norn, the mother of machines, inside this deck, and nobody likes to play against it. Everybody hates it, so they have mommy issues and they can fucking deal with it because I happen to love that deck. No, so here's the thing about Magic. I haven't been playing Magic very long. In fact, I've been playing Magic about a year now. And I would say Magic is more dangerous to get into than tabletop, especially right now.
Absolutely.
Tabletop, it
Absolutely.
cost me about $50 to get into, like 100%. Because it was a DM guide and monster manual. I got the bundle on Amazon for like $50 for all three of them, like no bullshit, and that was all I needed. Really. We were using fucking Legos for
Yeah,
minis
yeah. You
for
can
a
use
while.
anything.
You know, it's whatever. Like you can do whatever in tabletop and like get away with it. But in Magic, especially with um and like not to get into like politics or anything, right? But as someone who
No, I mean,
kind of
like,
fucks with
Magic
capital,
is inherently political.
right? But what I'm saying is like is somebody who like fucks with capitalism a little bit, right? Like the stigma around proxies in Magic really fucking drives me nuts because, like you said, it is a card game. It's a
Yeah.
fucking card game. I can buy a pre-con deck. Well, this isn't a pre-con. A pre-con deck, right? This is one
Fucking
of the
Matt.
Lord of the Rings deck. This is one of the Lord of the Rings decks. I think, let's see, this is the Hobbits deck. So this was like $52, right? 100 cards. I paid 52 or 62, whatever the fuck it was, for 100 cards. Okay. I can go buy fucking 2 decks of bicycle playing cards for $4.
Yeah.
And it's the same fucking thing
material.
inside. It's the same thing, same
Actually,
material.
I think
different fucking pictures.
bicycle playing cards are actually tougher quality than Magic cards. 'Cause
Probably.
They have a plasticated coating on top.
Probably.
That's
But
the ones that they would use on the bicycle wheels to make the better noise.
Oh,
But
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
to Matt's point about pay to win, Magic is unapologetically the biggest example of fucking pay to win that I have ever seen. Because if you do not drop $1,000 on a fucking deck, you're not gonna win. The very first time I ever played Magic, I played with a $32 pre-constructed deck that I bought off Amazon. Okay, because that's the one I was told, hey, it's green, white, it's easy, learn on this. Okay, and I tell my friend, he's like, do you want me to like break it off no lube, or you want me to go easy? I said, well, I need to learn the game, so just break it off with no lube. 4-minute game, like 3 turns, no bullshit. And I'm like, oh, this isn't fun. And he's like, no, just go through, figure it out. You'll get it eventually. And I mean, it took me 2 months to even come close to sniffing out a win.
Yeah, yeah.
And I had already bought 3 new decks by then, and just until I finally found one that I could do something with.
Matt,
And
no one
it's
wants to play
just-
Caravan.
Yeah, no one plays.
It's
Caravan.
just yeah, like, and like I said, when I started, I bought the current pre-con set and I paid like $32 for it. And then the Lord of the Rings set came out with the One Ring, which I didn't fucking like, but I get why they did it.
I mean, I can't be
is what
mad
it
at them
is.
for marketing. You know,
Right.
can't be mad at them for marketing.
I get why they did it. I hope they never fucking do something like that again. Jesus Christ.
I bet
but
you
like-
that card is near mid at best too. It's either good, it's either very good or near
Oh,
mid.
no,
I guarantee
no,
you it's
it
not
got-
perfect.
It got a PSA 9. It didn't even
What
get a 10.
out of the pack? Out of the pack,
Yeah.
it got a PSA 9.
Yeah, it got a PSA 9. It didn't even get a 10. But
What's that? A
it's a
10
grading
is like
scale.
the highest
grading
level
of
of grading that you can get.
Yeah.
And and they were like, I mean, it ain't even perfect.
Yeah.
So, but like, I spent, I think, $200 on all 4 of the Lord of the Rings Commanders decks. And then when they announced the pricing for Commander Masters, because I got the email, they're like, hey, the list is out, or the pricing list is out. And I was like, okay, thank God we're going back to affordable pre-cons again.
No,
$100 a pop.
double.
At release, $100 a pop. And now, like, I think the sliver deck's going for like $140 on the secondary market, and you
Yeah,
can't
the
get them
secondary,
on the
yeah.
primary market
Yeah.
because they're sold out everywhere.
Well, that and
then,
you
like,
still have to modify the sliver deck too, because they didn't put all of the best sliver deck cards in it. So, like, you
Well,
still
I
have
mean,
to modify it.
and like I understand why they didn't put all the best cards in there because it's a pre-con deck.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
if they put
yeah.
all the best sliver cards in there,
Yeah.
You go to EDH Rec or Mox Field and you look up the best sliver decks, you're talking at $2,000. Easy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like they're not going to sell a $2,000 constructed deck. I get it. It is what it is. But it's just I'm having a real hard time continuing to buy cards. And like I was having this
Yeah.
conversation today with my buddy Chris. I'm like, because he said, well, to your question about proxies, because I even said, I was like, look, dude, if you're gonna keep me playing Magic, then we're gonna have to do something. Because I mean,
Yeah.
yes, I am gainfully self-employed and I do make pretty good money. I said, but I can't be spending fucking $8,000 a year on Magic. My wife's gonna shoot me. Okay,
Yeah. 'Cause that's
like
that's
she really
Disney.
is,
That's
and I got
Disney,
plenty of
you know?
guns, so she can.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
And
like that's a full vacation. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, that's island
like
villa.
we're
You know
not
what I mean?
even done for the year, and I'm looking at probably $3,000 in cardboard on my shelf that I bought this year. I'm not kidding. It's
And it's
bad.
just not worth it. And they
But-
just keep jacking they're losing whales. Losing whales.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
well, I mean, you're talking about a $130 set booster box
yeah.
that because they put the Commander Master's name on it, they're going for like $400 to $500, and it's like,
Yeah.
dude, no, hell no. It's like today, my buddy goes, he's like, well, because I asked him about proxies. I was like, look, I'm just gonna start proxying cards. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm over it. Because if you say you want to stay competitive, then that's fine. And I understand that you've been building your collection for 20 years. I've been building mine for less than one. I said, so I'm gonna have to do something here. And so they called me. He's like, all right, well, how about if you own the card, you can proxy it? I'm like, no, either we're doing proxies, or we're not doing proxies.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if we're not doing proxies, then power level 5 and below. That's it. Because I'm not gonna. My
Can't
truck
afford it.
cost me. My truck cost me $30,000. You want me to spend 10 a
Yeah.
yean on Magic? You're out of your
Yeah.
fucking mind.
Yeah.
It's not gonna
worth it.
happen.
Yeah. I mean, like you look at Warhammer and the prices on that they keep raising. The miniatures are obscenely expensive, and it can tell you can just get a resin printer and print them out at 8K, and it'll look nicer than they have in the stores, and you don't pay $40 for a little miniature. You know what I
I'd
mean?
rather
And
pay
then,
Jen to do it.
yeah, I'd rather pay Jen to do it. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
And then also, the D&D books cost like $60. It's like, I mean, like their adventures aren't that great to begin with, and now $60 a pop. And if you want digital files, you have to be on D&D Beyond, and B, you have to pay $10 a half. So, like, first of all, most of the books that I buy, I get the PDF for free. So right off the bat, should
Right.
not.
And I mean,
Hey,
like,
somebody has a real
like
question.
say what?
Somebody has a question.
Somebody's got a question.
Indeed. I prefer Basic Expert, but I'm a grognard. I prefer Basic Expert. Or Old
Princess,
School
you've activated
Essentials.
the nerds.
Old School Essentials is probably the best version of D&D. Load, but it's
And I only play 5e, so that's all I know. And Matt's screaming and punching his monitor now that I say that, but it's okay.
Yeah,
'cause I love him.
7C. Like, I prefer no version of D&D. I prefer 7C. So,
Yeah, yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Oh,
It's just, yeah,
Y'all know
Like-
the only
like I-
one I play is Fallout.
yeah. Well, we're,
Like
we're,
I
we're gonna
said,
get you the other
oh,
stuff.
we'll get you there.
when we were talking about D&D's price increase, right? And I was like, look, I mean, it is what it is. I still stand by it is what it is, because that's just the mantra that you have to fucking adopt in life. And I get why you can only have digital in D&D Beyond, because it's like their thing, and I get it. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I get it. You know what I mean? As with most things in life, I might not agree, but I get it. Now, I've discovered certain places where you can get these things for $0. And I definitely have all the ones that I have on the shelf, and maybe some ones that I don't have on the shelf. But once again, if it's kind of like when I was buying my truck, I wanted to buy a Ford, wanted to buy a brand new one. I wasn't gonna spend $100,000 on a Ford work truck. Not gonna happen. And if you're gonna price me out of something I love, then I'm gonna find a way around it. So
Send in the
you know,
Petersons.
I mean,
The
I just,
Pinkertons
like-
can come to the house all they want, but I got the Kalashnikov right here locked, cocked, and ready to fucking
all
rock.
I'm gonna
So
say is take a
what's the firepower?
Chaosia book and set it next to a Wizards book and just look at the quality difference. It's night and day. So A, the paper's way better. B, the colors are better. Paper's matte, so
Are
like
you
it
talking
doesn't.
about drugs?
No, I'm talking about books. It's the same thing.
My
It's
bad.
the same cost.
My
yeah.
bad.
But yeah, like you look at Chaosia, but you look at Wizards. It's like, I mean, the quality is not even close. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like we're getting screwed like all around. Like all the big brands now are just so insanely expensive that it's just not worth getting into.
Well,
Like
yeah, I was gonna
I
say,
don't see any point in playing 5e if they're going to charge you $60,
ow.
70. Which I
Has
mean, I don't
Magic
pay
sent the
division.
Pinkertons after anybody?
What's that?
Hmm?
Oh yeah,
Has
that's,
Magic
yeah.
sent the Pinkertons after
That
anybody
was
yet?
yeah.
Yeah,
We talked about that. Yeah, that was.
yeah,
a
we
Oh, it
talked
was
about that,
Magic, wasn't
week
it?
one.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
Magic,
yeah.
yeah.
My bad.
Don't worry. They keep fucking up. Like every week, it's something different. Hard to
Yeah,
keep
and,
up
like,
with
it's-
their fuck ups.
It's so funny too because like I have known about Wizards of the Coast since the early '90s,
Yeah.
right? But like from a distance, right? Like they were the D&D, Magic, and Pokemon folks.
Yeah.
That's what I knew of Wizards,
Yeah.
and at the time I was not into it, so it like wasn't even on my radar. And now in the past 2 years that I have been fully immersed in Wizards products, it's like, bro, I can't go 48 hours on Twitter or X or whatever the fuck it is now without
Yeah.
seeing hashtag Watsy blank. And it's like, bro, like,
Don't buy other shit.
but it's like, it's the fact that, like, I mean, they are worse than fucking politicians. At least
Yeah.
politicians can go a month in between scandals.
Yeah.
Watsy's just like, fuck it, we took a shit. Here's another one.
Well, they're just trying to see
Like
how
they didn't
far
even
they
flush
can
the
go.
last one.
They're trying to see how far they can go. Like try to push it. You know, it's like an unhealthy relationship. Yeah, we've all had that girlfriend friend that's that just likes to push it a little too far. I mean, that's
Hey,
always
It's
happened.
not
listen,
just
or
girls.
boyfriend or boyfriend. I'm just yeah. Or
I mean,
other
but at least-
friend, whatever.
at least
like,
with toxic girlfriends, there's a reason that we put up with that shit. But like, I'm not
Yeah.
getting the same thing from
Yeah,
Wizards.
yeah, that's true.
I
true.
mean, they rubbing me,
Yeah.
but it's definitely not the right way. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. It's like that's true. But, I mean,
They
you
got
know what
their
I'm
hand
saying.
on my wallet and not in my pocket. If you're
But it's
picking up
still
what I'm
it's
putting
still
down.
that it's still that same toxic relationship thing where it's like somebody is trying to push you how far.
That's
Take
because
it,
people
get away
keep
with it.
buying it.
Yeah, and I don't buy it. If you look at my bookshelf right now, I have 0 Wizards products, and I'm very proud of that because
I can't
Well,
say that.
I gave all
I
my
can't
shit
say
away.
that.
I
I
can't say
gave all
that.
my shit away. I will not ever buy a Wizards product ever. I won't deal with them. I will deal with. I'm not buying anything from what was it, Citadel. I'll just play what's it? Bolt action. I love bolt action. Playing Soviets is fun as hell because you don't have strategy for it. Just have a bunch of infantry. You tell them to go forward. 90% of them die. Fight win. That's how it works.
Well, I think for like the past 4 months, other than my commander decks for Lord of the Rings, I have been strictly buying from Cool Stuff Inc. and eBay, and
eBay.
and that's it. Because I mean, like I'll buy some stuff on eBay, but like the little bit more expensive, worth more cards and stuff, I'm like, I'm gonna buy those from Cool Stuff because eBay's eBay. It's always gonna be eBay.
Yeah,
I don't
eBay
mind
is
if I
cheap.
spend-
eBay is cheap, but
Yeah.
But eBay's
the
gonna
quality
eBay.
is all over the place.
I
Well,
don't mind losing $3. I don't mind that. I give you $65 for a fucking card and it shows up and it's either A, not what I paid for, or fucked up.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna get hurt, i.e. Little
Yeah.
Caesars. But that's a story for a different time. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Magic. I do have to bounce though. So
Okay, we'll see you.
I would
Bye.
because I already know Maddie's question. This is my only advice. Hashtag board gang.
Board game, best game.
Thanks for
Yeah,
the
board game,
follow,
best game.
Princess Frosty.
The
Board game,
most
best
follow.
game.
versatile class out there. Jack of all trades, master of all as well.
None. No,
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 master
no,
of all.
no.
Oh yes.
Bullshit.
yes.
I've run a table with you before.
Build a battle bard. All combat runs to the battle bard.
Was it Beyblade?
Mhm. Huh? What?
Battle Bar with Beyblade?
Oh, remind me to tell you the joke about the blind kid with a Beyblade.
Oh shit, you gotta go. Bye.
Yeah, I gotta go.
All right, we'll see.
Before he gets us canceled. Jesus Christ. Fucking A.
I am not going to change this.
Oh my god. I have zero opinions on Magic.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, what do you have? You have any opinions on it? I mean, like on books and like on the prices in general. Like, have you been affected by the WotC stuff? Because
No, you find friends that'll share the PDFs with you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't feel bad about sharing PDFs about WotC stuff. You know what I mean? Like, they're a big enough
Yeah.
company and they're greedy. Like, I feel bad. Like, I have friends who write games. You know what I mean? I buy their stuff.
Oh yeah, I buy
But-
stuff for them all the time. Like, even if I never open it or play it, I
Yeah.
still buy it.
Yeah, but like, I don't care about WotC. Like, if I just don't. I mean, how do you feel, Jen?
Um, for um, for Magic, I don't know much about it. I have a military friend of mine who is real into it and does the judging for a lot of the competitions. So he is in it. My oldest son was in a tabletop gaming group in middle school, and he was doing Magic there. That's the only time I've ever seen it. He tried to get me to play a game with him, and I was like, I'm gonna try to get it, but I have no idea what I'm doing. And learning it from a sixth grader was like, I
That's
am trying.
widely be
Talking to
fine.
a sixth grader about anything is painful.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
and
That whole like
Um,
brain growing thing, like you really see talk to like kids. Okay, yeah,
There's
you're
not
just
a brain in
not-
there.
Yeah,
No.
like you're. Yeah, like it's just all Roblox in there.
Yeah, and you're not
Okay,
even
okay.
cute. Then they smell
Yeah,
weird.
it's like,
No.
it's like I already know about Minecraft. Please stop talking about Minecraft.
Jeez, or Pokemon. Like, dude, I play. Leave me the
yeah,
hell alone.
yeah, like
I
we
understand
were,
all the Pokemon.
yeah, we were there in the beginning. Like, okay, like we like
Yeah. Like,
like we were there the first time.
Like,
Sorry.
no,
what was the thing?
no lie.
There's
I
that
went.
there's that meme that has the line of the like, don't
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
me of the
The
of the
magic?
time when I was there or something
Yeah.
like that.
Uh-huh. I was around before the magic was written or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aslan.
Yeah,
Yes.
Pokemon and Roblox
Yes.
are still fun. It's just that,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, just that we were talking to like a fifth or sixth grader.
Yo, I went on a whole grocery shopping. Like, I went to the store, pushed the cart around every single aisle, and the child was following me, and just he talked about Pokemon for 2 hours without me even responding. Like, I just knew he was still there because he was talking, so I was
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
But it was just like,
They're kids.
of course, I'm sure
Yeah.
when you talk about games, I'm sure people feel the same way that don't understand
Oh
it.
yeah,
so.
yeah. Everyone feels yeah. You know, especially with me.
Yeah. The only
Yeah.
thing my mom understands about my game is that it takes place in West Virginia.
And that
That's
you
what
know,
she knows.
apparently that we're all crazy.
That's the best part.
So
Well,
should
you
we
know,
get-
a lot of times the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So
It's true. I really did think that she hung up on us a couple times, though, on purpose.
I wouldn't blame her. I wouldn't blame her.
You can't convince me otherwise.
she had no clue what was going on, and if she would have um logged in earlier so she could get the recap, it might have made a little bit more sense to her.
Would it? Would it have?
Yeah.
A
yeah.
little bit more. A little
Fuck.
bit more. Not much.
Alright. What's Maddie's question?
Get into Maddie's question. And Princess Frosty, if you have any more questions, feel free to ask in the chat and we'll try to answer. them.
Absolutely.
Matt, no
don't know
questions from you
much.
though.
No, Matt, you be quiet. Sit on your hands. Don't sit on your hands.
All
Wash your
right.
hands.
Maddie's question is uh so for background, I started a D&D campaign with friends ages ago that ended up abandoning due to our DM's health issues. So we're getting ready to start a new campaign. But my character for last round sucked. Constantly on the edge of dying pretty much as soon as combat started. So what are some tips you'd share with
Was
the
it a
beginner
wizard?
regarding character creation and D&D in general? Uh I thought she said it was a ranger.
Yeah, it was a elf
I was a
ranger.
ranger. Okay.
So
Oh yeah, there it is. Last time I played an elf ranger, looking more towards a healing character this time around, which kind of sucks because I want to play a halfling ranger.
yeah.
There's a way to play a ranger. You just need to figure out like
Okay.
how.
So I'll give you like just the basic tips. Rule number one always is talk to your DM first. Because if they're not using any wilderness rules or any tracking rules, the ranger automatically gets nerfed a little. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
look at what your class could do and ask them like, are you going to use? The answer is no, and you're already nerfed. But if you know that going into, it's fine. Um, that would be the first thing I would say. Second thing is look on forums and look at different builds. If you don't want to, if you want to optimize, there's always an optimized build for each class. I don't remember what the WotC forums are for optimized build. I think InWorld has some, but like if you want to optimize, you can. I generally don't recommend it though. I generally recommend play whatever you want to play,
Hold
and
on.
then play it. Oh, sorry.
Princess hashtag Bard Gang Best Gang. Bard Gang Best
Yeah,
Gang.
Bard Gang best game. Doesn't matter about the race. Probably elf, just because I'm kind of an elf in real life. I'm a student
I'm
bastard.
always half elf.
I, I,
You
I
have
do
the
like
elf
dwarves
hype.
though. I do
I'm
like
better than
dwarves.
everybody.
I like dwarves or elves. Like I feel like
Sorry, we got so sidetracked. I
yeah,
apologize.
sorry, so yeah, like if you want to play a healer, I mean a cleric is really powerful in fifth edition. In most editions, honest. Cleric is extremely powerful. It's a fun class to play and everyone loves you. That's always a good class. Yeah, Warforged cleric and creation. Yeah, yeah, see? Yep. Yep.
Any warlock.
See, Matt has all of them. He knows them all. That's why we keep him. That's on the payroll. Brownie rogue. Oh wow. Yeah, yeah.
A
Rogue
brownie
is
rogue.
Bard
Yeah,
and Rogue are
Brownie's
my
a
two favorites.
very
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, that's I mean, yeah, just ask. I mean, play what you want to play. Yeah, yeah, they're very small. Yeah.
Figure out what other races and classes are on your campaign. That's
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah, try and keep it mix, like keep a good mix, but also play what you want to play. If there's another
Mhm.
wizard in the party, I'm still probably going to play a wizard. Like if I'm playing fifth edition, I'm probably still going to play a warlock. Because I explain the best, other than maybe Bard. Bard is better,
Bard is superior always.
but I mean I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts?
I don't know as much about it. Um, so I'm not sure. When I looked through the player's handbook to pick out my character and to pick out my race and my class, that's what I'd settled on was a halfling ranger. Because I was like, I need somebody short. I'm
Yeah,
short. I needed somebody else short. And it's like, oh, halfling, that works. And when I played World of Warcraft, the three characters that I did was I played a paladin at first and then dropped out of the game at like level 40. Came back to it, did a warlock and a hunter. Um, tried the monk and didn't do well at that one, so I bounced between my warlock and my hunter. So I like the distance thing. I
With rain.
terrible at melee. Terrible at melee.
Yeah.
so there is
Um,
something
for
about
me.
that, like like, it also does depend on your DM and how they run combat. Because if you're a range character, they let you stay ranged. Generally, you're not going to get hurt. Generally, it's the fighters and the paladins that are taking the brunt of the damage. So if you're constantly in harm's way, maybe like somebody needs to take a look at what's going on with itself. Because if the ranger is constantly in hand-to-hand combat, that could be a spot. The same thing with the bard. Bard shouldn't be up front. Bard's too fabulous to be. Bard's in the middle or in the back,
Very pretty.
glamorizing it.
Mm,
Bardish way.
And bardic
Inspiring.
inspiration.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, another thing is think about how you typically play, like even video games. Do you play ranged characters? Do you play hand-to-hand combat? Do you play melee? What do you do? Because you're going to tend to do that consistently.
Yeah, like I mean, it's like Skyrim is a good example. go play D&D, think about the Skyrim characters that you've played, and then that will give you the. Even though Skyrim has more flexibility than D&D does, but you know what I mean. It's like if you play spellcasters, you're a spellcaster, and then
Right.
you'll mix it up later. You'll end up like Matt playing a tiefling or burlesque. Yeah, Macho Man Randy Savage. He's a barbarian, of
He's a
course.
barbarian.
He's an absolute
And he
barbarian.
multi-classed in Bard. He multi-classed.
Yeah, maybe dwarven barbarian because he wasn't very tall. So I would say dwarf barbarian for
Is
Randy
he the
Savage.
one that snapped into a Slim Jim?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Oh
yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. God, we're old. Jesus, we're old.
Speaking of Lord Randy be praised. Neon Lords is having a new Kickstarter on August 15th. Back it. It's awesome. Worth the money. Try it if you're watching. Great book. We will be rating your channel after this. So yeah, I mean, like, figure out what you're playing, figure out what everyone else is playing, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'll let you guys talk. You know, I'm weird about this stuff because I like my players to play whatever they want to play, and then I just optimize the game to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it depends on your skill as a GM too.
Yeah.
And you can always just homebrew anything.
Yeah.
You can, but
As long as you have a
everybody's-
basis. But
Yeah, but everybody's gonna be on board with that. Like you and the GM
Yeah,
have to be
yeah.
simpatico on that because otherwise, like the shit you want to do that you think is really cool is not gonna work.
Yeah. I mean, I generally don't allow it.
Over a bard. Shut up, Noah. Hashtag bar game
I mean,
nesting.
So yeah, I mean, like that. There is that. Which I could do a whole episode on about how 5e games versus how other game GMs run games. This'll pod and drive. Okay,
Oh,
I'll
Jesus
send you an invite.
Christ.
But I mean, we really need to just run games on here so people can see how we play, because like it really does just come down to.
No one needs to see how we play. That's
I mean, not our private, not the way we talk in our private games. We would all lose our
Right.
jobs. Like
Hi,
we would then
James.
they would
Yeah,
put
we
us
would.
in jail. All right, let me send
Yeah.
I will send him an invite.
I think. What about an all bard party?
Oh yeah, people do that.
Yeah, that would work beautifully. They'd be a band, basically, kind of,
Yeah.
or something like.
I mean, yeah, like my buddies, they had an idea for that, for being a traveling band, and yeah, they were just all bards, and yeah, it'll work. I mean, people would die. Like some of those characters would die if you don't have a front line. You just have all bards. Like they're not bards. Like I said, bards they're in the back. You know, they're there to mesmerize. They're not there to stab. They can be good at stabbing, but they're not going to be great at stabbing. What's up, Noah?
He's
I think I gotta
backstage.
push
He has
him.
words
He's
to say.
backstage.
Oh God. You are.
All right, you're muted, You're muted. and you're also you got to be safe. Muted. You're muted, Noah.
Matt
It's
says
gonna
that's just
take
the
him.
point of an all bard story is combat, which is right. I mean, you could go romance the princess.
Yeah, like what? Yeah, yeah. So I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll let you guys continue on that because once again, but we should at least run some one shots on here just to see the different
I
playing
agree.
styles.
I agree.
I think.
Okay, is this better?
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, we hear you.
I think everyone can learn from all different playing styles. You know, Matt's a
Y'all never
professional
seen me
GM,
play.
so yeah.
Y'all never seen me play.
Stop for
So play
yeah,
online.
I also hate where I live. Second
Or go
edition was
to
good
start
edition.
playing. No, that's loud.
Better?
Yeah, I mean,
Your
yeah,
road
I
noise
would
is loud.
I would play online.
Your yee yee truck is loud.
Yeah,
I turned off the Bluetooth.
No,
And
like
then
this.
it's just the
broadcast.
truck
Maybe
itself.
that'll help. Oh, well, I tried. All bard party. All
All
bard
right.
party.
All bard party.
Woo!
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same boat. You know what I mean? Like it's. Yeah. I mean.
He has no shame.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't.
Yeah, but yeah, I would play online. I play online with Kristen. You know, I play online with
Yeah.
Jen. We play online together because I mean I can't find
All-
anybody else who wants to play Fallout here in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just
all my games are run online, and I live in Texas, and I run for these two.
yeah. I mean
Oh,
it's
my
better that
husband
way.
sent me uh, he's watching this in the other room. Sent me a link to awesomedice.com that says 11 fun and fresh 5e borrowed ideas for your next D&D campaign.
Well, heck yeah. I want to like. I'm running on one Tuesday a month. I'm in somebody's homebrew D&D right now, and I don't play D&D very often. Like I'll be the first to admit that I need help whenever I play because I don't know it. Like 7th Sea, I know inside out and upside down. That's why I can run it. Fallout, I learned. I'm pretty familiar with Fallout, but I'm playing a half elf bard who runs a brothel, and I have my bodyguard, which apparently can turn to wild shape stuff. So that's been fun.
So you're a druid.
I think I don't even know. Maybe play a real game. 7th Sea, Matt. Yeah, it's a druid.
Yeah. They
I
want.
don't want to know where you're going with that, Matt. They've been a cat and a tiger. Shut up, Noah. I hate everybody. What did I have like a bodyguard or did I run a brothel? Which side of that tracks?
I mean, oh, the movie. Yeah,
Oh yeah yeah.
I've already
But no,
forgotten about the movie.
She's a
This
tiefling.
is
right.
not forgettable.
She's a tiefling.
Oh yeah, I do actually own a brothel. It's called the Rouge Swine because it's like putting lipstick on a pig because we specialize in exotic fare, which is mostly missing limbs. So
Oh God.
it's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Are you leaving us, princess?
Bye, princess. I
Just
love
all in the
that.
background. Uh, so
I love that they've been so interactive in the chat. That makes me happy.
yeah, it's just I don't like D&D. I think play something else. That would help
It's not.
out.
I can't tell if it's not my
Something-
favorite because I didn't start with that. I started with
Yeah.
7th Sea, or if it's just so clunky when I know other game systems work better.
Except for
I've-
the Fallout one. That's clunky as fuck.
That's cool. I
That's
feel like, but
different because that's Bethesda and Modifius.
so here's the I look at games like Fridge Fries, and I feel like D&D 5th Edition is like Fridge Fries without. You've ever had Fridge Fries without salt? It's just like
It's
it's
startling.
bland. Yeah, it's sort of like okay, this is technically food. It'll get you through. You know what I mean? Like you can play it, you can have fun, but it's not going to be as good as like a Rally's fry or just even just French fries with salt. I know that because my work, when they sell French fries, they sell them without salt because I guess for insurance things, you have to put the salt on yourself, which is not as good as long story. But yeah, like it's just it there's nothing special about
No.
it. That's kind of my thing. Not special.
Now, is it not special because it's been 5 editions?
No, it's just like it's literally designed to be bland fantasy. Like it's designed to be a catch-all,
Yeah.
everyone to play.
Well, if
And,
they can make
yeah.
it generic, then everyone can play it.
Yeah, and that's fine. It's just that I don't like anything generic. I'd rather like specialized items. That's why we play
No.
Fallout.
Right. Fallout and 7th Sea are my jams. I do want to run a Pugmire campaign. Matt gave me the Pugmire
Yeah.
book, and I'm very excited
Yeah.
about those.
Yeah, we should play. We should
Hey, Matt, do you have the PDF? Matt, are you still here? Matt,
probably learn.
he
I
probably
mean,
is too.
but there's a ton of different games out there that are like very specific. Like I just backed one that's about raccoons. I forget exactly what it's called, but like you all play different types of raccoons. You know what I mean? And
Matt.
like
That sounds like so much fun.
yeah,
I want to
it's
be
just-
a raccoon.
I think it's like trash pandas, like something trash pandas, and yeah, it's great. Like I said, like this is awesome.
Oh,
like we're
that's my
like
goal.
Neon Lords is better than D. Like it's just I don't know. I have these strong opinions. Like I said, it's probably just a tism, but you know what I mean. It's just
No, I mean that's legit opinions. Like I agree that I don't like playing D&D. I like my friends.
And
Yeah, I
I've
like my
never
friends,
played it,
that's why
so
I
I
play.
don't know.
well, I mean, have Matt run it the first time around or Noah. Matt or Noah would probably be your best bet because they're really comfortable in the system. I think Matt doesn't really like to play. Like he plays it because he runs it and then he's a professional. That's what people pay for.
That's
Um,
a lie, because I just started playing D&D, but I didn't play for long.
yeah, but you also got like harassed, right?
No,
Just
that's
assaulted.
different. But yes, D&D. That's the table that I was. Yes, but I started playing with Matt for my kid.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Origin story.
That's my origin story, and now I'm a villain, and it's my favorite.
But well, I was saying something that I completely forgot.
I'm sorry, I got
No, it's
distracted.
not you. It's genetics. Yeah, like
That's
there's a
the
ton of
weirdest
other
breakup
games.
line I've ever had.
What's that?
That's the weirdest breakup line I've ever had. It's not you. It's not you. It's genetic.
Ouch.
Oh
Um,
man.
What about so my husband recommended I should ask about Rebels of the Outlaw Waste.
Rebels of Outlaw.
What's that?
I don't know. He said it's supposed to be highly anticipated.
Let me Google it real fast.
Can you Google it?
Hold,
I've
please.
got both my screens taking up stuff right now. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I could rattle off on and on about different games people
Started?
should play. You want Bronze Age, Rune Quest is what's up. Call of Cthulhu if you want Cthulhu stuff,
I
1920s.
played with Call of Cthulhu. That was pretty fun. I played
Yeah.
a little bit. When it,
Star Wars, Star Wars D6. I know Matt prefers D20, but D6 is better, and I will die on that hill.
It's still in the Kickstarter, looks
Yeah.
like,
look at
in
Just run
October.
it looks almost like a Wastelander situation.
Oh, so it's like Fallout, but like just not
Not
branded.
quite. Yeah. Maybe. It's almost like Cyberpunk meets Fallout? Question mark.
Kind of like Borderlands, maybe?
A little bit Borderlands. Yeah. I guess that's
Oh,
a better way
okay.
to do it. Yeah. It
Oh, yeah, that's
looks
kind
a
of
lot
cool.
like Borderlands.
That's cool. Oh, they
Huh.
got the great art.
Yeah, it is. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I can ramble on and on about what games people. I don't need to. Anything else? Anything else for you to
I
talk? Oh yeah, conspiracy theories. You want to talk about conspiracy theories this time?
Let's do that next week because I don't think I have the brain for it.
Yeah.
I
look at
probably
it,
should study up on that because I had the one. I have the one, and that's it. So let me look
Okay.
into it. But I think if we actually studied it, might be a thing.
Okay. Good. All right. So Jen, do you want to give an outro since Noah is in his truck right now? We don't want him to crash it.
Since he's a little
He doesn't.
autistic friend.
He doesn't need our help. He's Captain Tootism.
He's
Tootism,
Tommy
right?
Tootism. Tommy Tootism.
Tommy Tootism. Okay.
Fucking A. We're
All
gonna go to
right.
hell.
Let's try the outro. Hi, Callie. All right. Thank you to all of our viewers. We hope that you've had a wonderful night with your favorite Monday night crew. We shall see you next Monday night. Same tabletop channel, same tabletop time.
Oh yeah.
Have a good night.
Yep.
Bye.
Also, please send in more letters.
Yes.
Nerds with dice at proton.me. It's in the description. Please send in more letters. Badly
Please
want to answer.
help us we're running out of content. Please help us.
I'm gonna try to raid the.
What'd you do?
Over sitting it over the raid.
Oh.
Turn it off.
Bring it to your top side.